Investment Fund started, as a small institution. I was the first staff member to be employed by the EIF in 2012. And now we are about 63 staff members that are employed here. At the time when I came here, we had 15 million in our portfolio, let me say in a bank account. At the moment, we've mobilized and implemented projects worth more than 1.7 billion across the country. So that is, for me, a huge, progress and impact in terms of securing, environmental integrity in Namibia, in terms of providing, alternative livelihood for our communities, especially natural resource reliant communities, supporting farmers, etc., etc. Starting a fund was a huge challenge. One had to set up all the operational guidelines, the fiduciary, the financial systems, as well as different, aspects that are required to make an institution viable and, operational. And most of the challenge came from the funding. Remember that, since 2001, when the fund was established through an act of parliament, there was no operationalization of the fund because the budget limitation. And in 2012, that's when the fund started operating. And establishing such a fund that is more reliant on international access and partnership, requires very good, governance systems, and that is expensive to formulate. Government systems that attract trust from different stakeholders, so that they feel comfortable to deposit money within the EIF. They feel comfortable that the funds that they give us in trust will be implemented as agreed or as planned. So that was a huge challenge. And how that was addressed is that the government of Namibia saw the importance of such a fund. And with discussion with the Minister of Finance, the government introduced environmental taxes. And 30% of the proceeds are channeled through the EIF. And we use that to catalyze and attract additional funding from development partners as well as multilateral environmental and climate institutions. So that challenge is addressed. What we seek is momentum on diversifying our income generating sources, as well as ensuring that we execute programs and projects that makes a meaningful contribution towards livelihood in Namibia, as well as the general economy of the country. The EIF has proved itself to be highly competent to access funding from international institutions, be it multilateral environmental funds or climate funds, as well as international development finance institutions. So from that, we've learned how cooperation is, and also working in smart partnership can make an institution grow. We've learned that as much as it's challenging, if there's a will, there's always a way, and that's what's keeping us afloat. We earn a lot of not funds. We generate income from administration of projects that are funded by development partners, which makes our income at about 45%. And we work with different kind of stakeholders, be it in the renewable energy space, water, agriculture, transport, air quality, biodiversity, wildlife, forestry, and we interact with different segments of our society, CBOs, NGOs, private sectors, academic institutions, DFI, investment, insurance company, etc. And that we have learned a lot how to respect such a web of stakeholders and how to interact with those stakeholders. That is because environmental issues and climate change are cross-sectoral, so we have to really have smart partnership with all these stakeholders. Going forward, both from the Adaptation Fund and the Green Climate Fund, we hope that we could attract more than $1 billion in new projects. We've started programming, designing those projects, with research and providing inputs to the process. And what we intend to do is to diversify from our current portfolio of projects, which is mainly agriculture and natural resources, towards renewable energy, urban resilient, financing, coastal management systems, as well as resettlement farms.